everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name's Becky. I'm from the University of Surrey based in the UK. I have a short presentation for you guys, and then if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me either in the chat box or to come off mute and ask me a question at the end of the presentation. So we'll begin. So as I said, my name's Becky and I am a regional manager at the University of Surrey, and I look after Europe, including Turkey, Central Asia, and also the Americas. So this is what today's presentation is going to cover. So we're going to kind of go through a little bit of everything, where we are, who we are, what we offer, and hopefully that will answer a lot of questions that you guys have. But as I said, if you do have any further questions, do ask me at the end. So when it comes to how big we are at the University of Surrey, we actually have around 16,500 students from 136 different countries. And we welcome students from Turkey, a large cohort of students from Turkey every year to the University of Surrey. Now 16,500 might sound quite a lot of students, but by UK standards, this is actually a small to medium-sized university, and we are really proud of our student population and how diverse it is. Now, when it comes to rankings, as you're probably aware, there are lots of different rankings in the world. It's not just one ranking, there are plenty. So for the worldwide rankings, so this is looking at universities across the world, of which there are over 10,000 universities in the world. Our best ranking is in the QS World Ranking, and we are 244th in the world. So in the top 250 in the world out of 10,000 universities. When you're looking at UK-based rankings, there are about 160 UK universities, and we are 13th. So in the top 15 out of 160 UK universities. Also on screen, you can see where we rank in other rankings as well. So do just sort of bear that in mind. But also, lots of rankings look at subject-specific rankings. So if you're interested in something like business, then do have a look at the rankings for specific business programs. If you're interested in politics or international relations, do have a look at where politics and international relations sit in those subject rankings as well. But at Surrey, we have really strong performance in courses such as hospitality and tourism. We are first in the UK and 12th in the world for hospitality and tourism. And we're also very highly regarded for computer science, artificial intelligence, business analytics, psychology, and also food science, nutrition, and dietetics as well. Now, a lot of people ask, where is Surrey? Even students in the UK sometimes don't know where Surrey is. So I'm hoping that this map will help show you. So you can see London there. Lots of people are aware of where London is. And we're just south of London. We're around 35 minutes outside of London Waterloo. And if you do know London, and if you know Covent Garden and that kind of very central area, you can get there within an hour to central London. So it's a really fantastic place of the country to be in. It's outside of the London price bracket, but it's also very close to London, so you can visit any time that you like. So to give you an idea of what our campus looks like, we are a campus-based university, and in the forefront of this picture, where you can see the building, the larger buildings, that is our academic buildings. So you can see our business school and our other schools for things like politics, international relations, engineering, etc. And then all the buildings at the back, I don't know if you can see my mouse actually, but if you can see the cursor moving, these buildings here with the rooftops, and these buildings here with the kind of purpley windows, that's accommodation. So accommodation is on our campus and it is very, very close to the academic buildings. We are also in an area of outstanding natural beauty, so there's lots of green areas as well for students to chill out and go for a really nice walk. We do have 2 campuses, so this is our second campus, and all of the buildings you can see here, hopefully you can see my mouse moving there again. This is accommodation, so we have a lot of accommodation on campus, and we can guarantee accommodation for first-year students. So this is something that you do not have to worry about. On our second campus is also our School of Veterinary Medicine and our sports park as well. This campus is a 10-minute walk away from our main campus that you saw in this previous picture. So the university is based in the town Guildford, and Guildford is also a really fun place to be. There's over 250 different shops, and there's also bars, restaurants, cafes, cinemas, theatres, ice skating, bowling, a trampoline park, loads and loads of things that you can get up to. There's markets as well, and lots of diverse and different cultural food. So lots of things to do in Guildford. But if you wanted to travel into London, as I said before, you're 35 minutes away from London on the train. And for those of you who have been to London, you'll know how much you can do there. There is so much opportunity to shop, to have lots of entertainment, and to really just immerse yourself into that culture. Now, when it comes to study options, we actually have 3 main faculties, and these are just the headlines. These are not all the courses. We actually have so many courses, and if you go onto our website, you can see all the courses listed and the different options within those courses. But as a sort of overview of our courses, we have our Faculty of Arts and Social Science. So we have business, economics, hospitality and tourism, law, politics, which includes international relations, sociology, which includes criminology, literature and languages, music and media, and we also own the Guildford School of Acting. So if anybody is interested in acting or musical theatre, then that is a really famous school, especially for musical theatre. We also have our Faculty of Engineering and Physical Sciences. So this is where all of our engineering programs are hosted. So everything from aerospace engineering, biomedical engineering, chemical engineering, civil engineering, electrical and electronic engineering, mechanical engineering. Also maths and physics are part of this school as well. And then we have our School of Health and Medical Sciences. So this is where our bioscience programs sit, including microbiology. Our health school, which includes nursing, midwifery and paramedic science. Our School of Psychology, our Veterinary Medicine School, and we do also have a School of Medicine. Now, this is a postgraduate entry medicine program. So if you're here today and you're looking at postgraduate study and you're looking at medicine, then we have a school that only accepts international students. And this is a very new venture for the university. We're accepting our first cohort of students this September, and we're so excited to welcome them onto campus. So if you do have any questions about that, then please do get in touch. When it comes to English language requirements, we do accept a host of different English language requirements. IELTS, I guess, is the main one. But if you are looking at studying and you've done A-levels, or you've done IB, or you've done the GCSEs or IGCSEs, then we can also accept those. And those specific requirements are on our website because they can vary between courses. So do have a look at your specific course page to find those as well. So refer to the website for specific courses. And when it comes to academic requirements, if you're looking at undergraduate and you're looking and you've done the A-levels, then courses depending on different things. So veterinary medicine, for example, would be asking for 3 A's in the A-levels. For business, we'd be looking at ABB, for example. If you've done the International Baccalaureate, then we would accept 36 to 31, depending on the course. And if you're a postgraduate applicant, then we would need a 2-1 or a 2-2 in a UK degree or equivalent. And we do accept Turkish equivalents as well. So if you've done the Lise diploma, then we accept equivalents for those. So you are welcome to check those with me if you wish. And I just wanted to let you know about a scholarship. So this is undergraduate and postgraduate actually. And this is for September 2024. Now I am aware that you guys are probably looking at September 2025, but we haven't announced scholarships for September 2025 just yet, but this is to give you an idea of what sort of scholarships are available. So we do have our International Excellence Scholarship, and this is a £5,000 tuition fee waiver. So if you're looking for undergraduate, then this would be £5,000 off of the first year of fees. And if you're looking at postgraduate, this would be £5,000 off of your postgraduate fees, because postgraduate study full-time in the UK is 1 year. You do need to be an overseas fee paying student, and you may have to write a little statement about why you want this scholarship specifically. And do keep an eye on the deadline for the scholarships as well. So when it comes to careers and employability, the University of Surrey is very well known for its employability and its graduate prospects. We offer the Global Graduate Award as well, which is an opportunity to learn a language alongside your degree program for free. So if this is something that you're interested in, then do make sure you find out more about it when you arrive on campus, if you choose Surrey as your choice for your undergraduate or postgraduate study. We do also have our professional training placements, and we work with over 2,300 placement partners every year. And this is an opportunity for students to add an extra year to their undergraduate study, but that extra year is a year in industry doing a work placement. Now, this work placement can take place in the UK, or it can take place overseas. So you might be coming from Turkey to study in the UK and then go to Japan, for example, to do your work placement. As I said, we work with over 2,300 different placement partners all over the world, and on the screen now are just some of the more famous ones, I guess, the ones that people might recognise. And I think this is a really important thing to mention. When you're trying to decide where you want to go to university, and if getting a job and the graduate prospects is something that is really important to you, I would highly recommend looking at the companies that the universities work with and that the universities send students to every year. If those companies are aspiring to you, then that might be a really good university for you to look into. Because if that university's already got those business connections, then that could help you get your dream job once you've graduated. So just a few stats on the employability. 96% of our graduates are in employment or further study within 6 months of graduating, which is a fantastic statistic. And also, of the students that decide to do that 1-year placement that I was talking to you about in work, 40% of those students come back from that work placement with an offer of a job once they've graduated. So it's something that I just think is really fantastic, and it shows just the wonderful achievements of our students. So when it comes to career support, we have an award-winning careers team at the University of Surrey, and they can help students with their CVs, application and interview support. We have dedicated careers fairs and workshops as well that are subject specific. So if you're an engineering student, we would do an engineering careers fair and invite top employers within that sector and within that field for you to chat to really get an understanding of the job prospects available once you have graduated. And it's a really good place to get a network and build those connections. There's also one-to-one support that is available for 3 years up to graduating, after graduating, and also you do have lifelong access to our Surrey Pathfinders as well. And just a little bit about life outside the classroom, because when you come to university, Of course, it's about your course, it's about what you're going to study, but you do also need to feel comfortable and happy with where you're living, because you're going to be spending 3, 4, 5+ years there, and you need to be able to have a great social life and really enjoy your time in the UK. So when it comes to accommodation, as I mentioned before, we do have over 6,000 rooms across our sites here in Guildford, and we can guarantee accommodation for all first-year students. Now, all of our accommodation is self-catered, so you do need to learn how to cook. But of course, there are loads of places you can go out for dinner. There are loads of takeaway places, and we do have some restaurants and cafes on campus as well, and a student canteen that you're able to go to buy food. Now, when it comes to pricing for our accommodation, we do have 7 different bands of accommodation, and there are different prices, and it's priced per week. So this is for 2023-2024. So if you're looking to come in this September, then our new prices are on the website. And if you're looking to come next September, then those prices will be updated on the website. But this is just to give you an idea. So we do have rooms that have shared bathroom facilities, and then we have rooms that have ensuite bathroom facilities, and obviously they come at a higher price. But do have a look on the website for the most up-to-date pricing. And just when it comes to wellbeing support, we do have lots of support on campus. That is the benefit really of having a campus-based university experience. Everything is in one place. So we do have our Centre for Wellbeing, which helps mental health support and also medical support as well, with a wide range of counselling services available. We have faculty support, so specific faculty support if you have any issues with your education or any support that you need. Being on a campus, we can also boast a 24-hour campus safety team that is there for you 24/7 should you need them. And we also have multi-chaplaincy services for all faiths and none, and also sort of student support and resident and accommodation support as well. Now, these are just a few pictures to give you some ideas of some of the inside of some of our buildings. So we have our Surrey Hive, and this is our one-stop shop for all student services. But it's also a really nice place to come and make a coffee, to come and sit down and do some work, and to catch up with your new friends. And then we have our Surrey Nest, which I absolutely love this space. I think it's so nice, and it's a work-free zone, so you're not allowed to do work in this space because it's a place to come and chill out with your friends. The picture on the bottom left-hand side is it's on its side, but those are holes in the wall where students can chill out, sit down, have a sleep if they want to, just to chill out with your friends, have a coffee, and yeah, just chill out, really. But there's lots of events at Surrey as well. So as I mentioned, there's careers events, faculty workshops. We have our Students' Union. We have over 180 different clubs and societies. So if you're super into basketball, as you can see in this picture, you can join the Basketball Society. And we have so many different societies, everything from the Rap and Hip Hop Society to the Taylor Swift Society, to the Knitting Society, to the Tea Appreciation Society. There's the Business Society, Book Club, so many different things to get yourself involved in to really make your university experience really not just about your study, and to make new friends as well. We also have a blogs website that I do recommend you go and have a look at, because this is student experiences from our students. So if you literally just type in University of Surrey blogs, you can have a good old read of what students think of the university from their mouth, from their own experience. And finally, for those of you who are interested in sports, if you're interested in sport now and you want to continue that as part of your university experience, on our second campus, we do also have our Surrey Sports Park, and this is a major facility. It was a £6 million investment for the university, and it boasts a 50-metre swimming pool, an 120-station gym, lots of artificial pitches outside. It has an indoor climbing centre, so if you're interested in rock climbing or bouldering, you can get involved with that. And also lots of indoor pitches as well, for example, for basketball, badminton, squash, etc., etc. So lots of activities related to sport. And there's also a coffee shop. So if you're not interested in sport, you just want to go and get a coffee, you can go and do that instead. But that is literally my presentation wrapped up there. Do keep in touch with us. Obviously, you can keep in touch with us through BEB, who we have a wonderful partnership with. But if you did want to contact us directly, we are available on all the social media, and also you can find email addresses on our website as well. If you look onto the Turkey pages on the website, you can find my email address to get in touch. But I would like to open up the floor to any questions. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, and yeah, see if there's any questions. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Becky, for the presentation. We can wait for the questions.
Of course, and if anyone wants to come off mute and wants to ask a question, or I'll turn your camera on, it would be lovely to see you, but I understand if you don't want to do that.
Merak ettiğiniz tüm soruları yazılı ya da sesli bir şekilde paylaşabilirsiniz ya da görüntülü bir şekilde de görüşebilirsiniz üniversite yetkilimizle.
I just put my email address in the chat if anyone did have any questions afterwards.
There is one question. For Turkish high school diploma applicants, which AP courses are required for business undergraduate program?
Okay, good question. So for our business programs, we don't actually ask for any specific requirements. So it's not like for engineering, for example, we would need maths and physics. But for business management, we don't ask for any specific subjects, so it will just be the overall. So for the US APs, we would need 544 overall. That's equivalent to ABB in the English A levels. But yeah, no specific subjects. But if you're able to do business in the AP, obviously that shows a natural progression. But yeah, no specific subjects. I hope that answers your question. Okay, brilliant. And for engineering, so it will depend on which engineering, but we need maths. So you would need to have maths or calculus, I guess, if you're doing APs for engineering, and usually physics. So we would need to get a maths and physics. If you're looking to do something like biomedical engineering, we could consider a different science, but usually you would need maths and physics, or calculus and physics. And I guess as well, for no problem, thank you. No worries, thank you, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, so I guess it's normally the subjects that the courses that normally need specific subjects are normally your hard sciences. So things like physics, chemistry, we would need chemistry. Biology, we normally need biology or chemistry in a second science. English literature as well, we would need to have English literature. But more social sciences like politics, international relations, we usually don't need any specific subjects. But if you're looking to do something like business management with French, we would need French. So yeah, it's always best to check on the website, and it can differ from university to university. So just because Surrey asks for that, if you're looking at another UK university, they might ask for something different. So do just bear that in mind, okay? Oh, there's another question there. Is there any opportunity of working on campus? Yes, there is. Great question. Thank you so much for asking. So for postgraduate and for undergraduate students, if we have any undergraduate students as well, there are opportunities to work on campus. The first job that comes to mind is to become a student ambassador. And these are students who help us on open days. And if any of you have come to the UK and had a tour of the university, and you're very welcome to come and have a tour if you want, these are the students who do those tours. And they really work as an ambassador for the university to help, give information to prospective students. It actually pays very well compared to, say, shop work or restaurant work within town. So if you're interested in student ambassador work, when you arrive at the university, keep an eye out for the job advert. Because we only recruit to that once, sometimes twice a year. So do keep in mind that. And then you'll probably be working with myself and my team and supporting hopefully other international students who want to come to the university. There are also cafes and bars and those kind of things on campus as well. So you could do that. But as I said, Guildford Town Centre is like a 10-minute walk away. So if you like the idea of working in a shop or in a restaurant, then loads of our students do that as well. But do just bear in mind, if you're coming on a student visa, you will be limited on how many hours you're allowed to work. So do just bear that in mind. But I think usually it is enough, like along with your studies as well, you will have not as much time. So yeah, do just bear that in mind.
The following question is minimum GPA requirement for business studies undergraduate.
GPA in what in what qualification? Are you asking about the Turkish Lise?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let me just double check for you. I'm literally just getting up our database now. So for the Turkish Lise, let me just get that. So just business management, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. I'm going to scroll down to Turkey. So we would need the Lise Diplomacy with 70% overall in the final year. I hope that answers your question. Let me know if it doesn't, and I can find out for you. But yeah, we'd need 70% within the final year for that. And we would need to see mathematics as well, but it's not, not as a final. We would need to see mathematics with 55% in grade 10 or higher. So if you would need to see your grade 10 scores, and we would need to see maths at 55% or higher. Perfect. I'm glad that answered your question. Any other questions? Anything about accommodation or clubs and societies or student life at the university? Good question. So we have 6,000 rooms across our sites, and we take in around 3,800 to 4,000 students per year. So we guarantee for the first year, but we don't guarantee it for the second and third year. The normal thing that happens in the UK is that after the first year, students tend to move into private accommodation, which is very near to the university. So you may be doing business management, and you may make some new friends with your new business management cohort, and you want to live with them. So you normally, 4 or 5 of you might go into a private rented house share, or you might do a club or society. I'm going to pick basketball again. I don't know why, it's on my brain. But yeah, you might pick, you might then want to live with your new friends from one of the clubs and societies. You can apply to live in student accommodation on campus for the second year. It's just not guaranteed. We do have rooms left over, but yeah, we can't guarantee it. But in the UK, not just at Surrey, kind of everywhere really, apart from Oxford and Cambridge, most students tend to move into private rented accommodation, and we do have a whole accommodation team there to support you in finding that accommodation. So you won't be on your own doing that.
Yeah, I think it seems we covered all the questions. Thank you so much. And yeah, one more question. Can postgraduate students and assist?
So
assistantship.
we do have faculty-based ambassadors. So these are student ambassadors that work specifically for their faculty. I'm not sure on the process of how that happens, but you will be told about it when you start. So when you start, there will be induction workshops and induction lectures. So make sure you go to those and speak to your faculty leaders. You should be able to find out from them. No problem.
Yeah, I think these are all the questions.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Beck,
No
for the
problem.
information and presentation. We hope to see you again in Turkey soon.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Great. Well, thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and if you do have any further questions, please do get in touch.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Goodbye.